like to call the February 16th Miami Valley Communications Council Board meeting to order. If you join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to introduce our newest board members. From Kettering, we have Lisa Duvall. Lisa, welcome. And also from Kettering, Bob Scott. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you very much.
We have a new representative from West Carrollton. Looks like he hasn't made it. We'll have to see if he shows later. On that, if we could start with roll call. Brian, you start.
Brian Wofsig, City of Germantown.
Janie Ridd, Springboro.
Joanne Rouse, Centerville.
Oh, Lisa Duvall, Kettering. Sorry.
George Bayless, Kettering. Bob Scott, Kettering.
Don Burchett, Moraine.
All right, Rob Stevens from Oakwood. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to get approval of the December 15th, 2021 board meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great, so moved. Legislation. Resolution 2022-001, authorizing Code Red agreement. Jay, do you have any comments on that?
Mr. Stevens, this is just the annual resolution for the Code Red agreement. We've got 12 communities that participate in this, so this is something we do every year at this time.
Excellent. Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right. Resolution 2022-002, adopting a resolution authorizing the executive director to enter in an agreement with Unum for employee dental, vision, and life insurance benefits.
In the past, our health, dental, vision, and life insurance benefits all renewed on March 1st. However, when we joined the UHC program through the Ohio Chamber of Commerce last March, they had a January 1st renewal. So for those of you who were here in December, you'll recall that we renewed with UHC for the benefit year beginning January 1st. So there is still a March 1st renewal then for our dental, vision, life insurance benefits. Our broker recently submitted proposals on our behalf. Besides our current carrier, we had two other companies who also submitted proposals. Interestingly, those proposals came in under what we are currently paying, and one of those providers even gave us a 2-year rate guarantee. So we are recommending to you that we switch carriers from Guardian to Unum, and that would be for the 2-year period that would start on March 1st. We're not going to save a whole lot of money in the first year, but in the second year certainly we'll have more substantial savings. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to try and answer.
No questions? All right. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Resolution 2022-003, authorizing the executive director's participation on the Broadband Access Ohio Board of Trustees.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. For those of you who were here last fall, you'll recall that there was legislation afoot at the state level to eliminate public sector entities like MVCC and other cities from entering into fiber builds, similar to what we did with our ring and the fiber to the home project. That was something that was being pushed obviously by the private sector. Fortunately, through the efforts of the Ohio Municipal League, that legislation never made it to the floor, but it kind of sounded alarm bells for all of us who are in the public sector portion of this, that we needed to kind of band together and do some things proactively rather than wait for this to happen again. So there's a group of us, probably 25 or 30 entities, that have been having virtual meetings since last fall, and we have put together an organization, and it is entitled Ohio Broadband Access. And what this organization is going to do, Broadband Access Ohio. What this organization is going to do is to lobby and educate state legislators on the benefits of public-private partnerships in fiber and broadband access. So, as one of the people who has been involved in this from the outset, I was asked to serve on the Board of Trustees of this organization. So I'm looking for your permission to be able to do that. And also at a weak moment, I volunteered to be secretary of this group as well. We had our first meeting about 2 weeks ago, and we will be meeting on a monthly basis for the foreseeable future. We are looking to grow the number of members of this organization. I put at everyone's spot a copy of a press release. There was a press briefing in Columbus today, and that is what this is part of. So this tells a little bit about the organization and also lists the current membership. So I thought you might find that interesting. We paid a fee of $1,500 to belong to this organization, and that's going to be an ongoing annual expense. So again, I'm just looking for permission to continue and serve on this Board of Directors, Board of Trustees.
Well, thank you for stepping up to be secretary. Any questions? Okay, could I get a motion to approve Jay to be on this board and also in his weak moment be secretary of this organization?
So moved.
And a second.
I'll second.
Second, thank you, Don. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Final resolution of the day, Resolution 2022-004, authorizing the Miami Valley Communications Council to participate in the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program.
I believe that all of the communities in MVCC currently are members of the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program. It's really a wonderful program that, that they do bidding for supplies, equipment, vehicles, things like that. And by taking advantage of economies of scale, you can get most of these products cheaper through the cooperative bidding process that the state does. As you know, we've got an initiative underway to broadcast our 4 public access channels in high definition, and as part of that, we were made aware that there's some benefits if we would join this the state cooperative program. So that's one of the reasons that we're bringing this to you today. Another reason is that not too far in the distant future here, we're going to be needing some vans and some other equipment that, in terms of furniture, computers, things like that. That stuff is all available through the Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program, and we can certainly get it much cheaper through that than we can on the open market by ourselves. There's a very minimal annual fee of about $235. Right now, they've waived that fee, so we're not going to have to pay that, at least in our first year. They do require that the legislative body pass the resolution that we're recommending today. It's probably something that MVCC should have been a member of a long time ago, but nonetheless, that's where we are today. So going forward, hopefully we'll be able to save some money.
Good, always a good thing. Any questions? Can I get a motion? Resolution?
I move Resolution 2022-004 be approved.
Excellent. Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you. That's all the resolutions, legislation for today. Now on to old business. I'll get an update on our Phase 2 fiber project.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention to you, we've got one, and it's a major intersection at Dorothy Lane and Far Hills Avenue. There's a lot of stuff underground there. They've got to do some boring, so it's taken longer than we anticipated, but that's kind of the final piece of the puzzle for the Phase 2 work. Hopefully that work is going to take place in the next couple of weeks. Once that's done, Phase 2 will be completed, and we'll be able to transfer assets from Mavecca, which currently holds part of the assets, to the Independence Fiber Network. So, you know, Phase 2 has been going on now for about 8 or 9 months. Like most things, it's taken longer than we anticipated, but we're right near the end here, and that's the final piece of work. And as soon as they can get a boring crew out there, they'll finish that up and then make the other remaining necessary connections, so Phase 2 will be completely done. As kind of part and parcel of that, once Phase 2 is completed, then we can actively market this available conduit that we have, which is quite valuable. And that's something that we're working with IFN on, because half of the conduit belongs to them, half of the conduit belongs to us. So we've got 17 miles of conduit, they have 17 miles of conduit, and we're talking to a provider right now who is interested in purchasing that. And assuming that happens, that'll be a significant source of revenue for the organization. So just wanted to keep you posted on that. And again, that's related to the completion of Phase 2. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is we had a fiber to the home project meeting today here at MVCC. That work is scheduled to get underway probably within the next month or so. So you will start seeing those crews in your community. It's about a 4-year project, so it's not going to happen overnight, but we're going to be going up and down every residential street in 6 of the 8 MVCC communities. As Janie knows, in Springboro, they're currently completing their fiber to the home project, and she can probably share with you that it's a painstaking process. You know, it involves boring, and so, you know, there's going to be situations that come up and things that happen, but it's certainly something that brings us into the 21st century in terms of connectivity, and it's all good news. It's going to be another carrier in the market, and that just means competition, and hopefully competition means lower prices and better customer service. So something we've been working on, something we're excited about, and you know, we've got an agreement with the provider, Point Broadband, that anyone who connects to that service, we will get a few dollars that comes here to MVCC. So that's indeed good news going forward as well. So just an update on that. And again, it's going to be kind of a soft start here until the weather turns around. But again, it's a 4-year-long project, and it's very intensive. So I know we're all looking forward to it. I know the staffs of the various communities, you know, they're already shorthanded, already got full plates, but, you know, it's something that's going to benefit everyone here and all of our residents. So, again, we're going to push ahead.
Great. Thank you, Jay.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yes, any question?
Along that same line, have you had any pushback yet from Spectrum or Ohio Buckeye Institute? Because we did when we first started, but I'm wondering if that was because it was before that bill went down in the in the state government, so I'm wondering if that was the reason, but we had a big pushback from Spectrum and Ohio Buckeye Institute.
Spectrum works behind the scenes. That's all I would say about that. And
I didn't know if they had
and
contacted
the
residents.
Buckeye
if
Institute, any type of expenditure of public funds, they have concerns about.
Right.
So,
Well, I just wondered if you'd had any,
yes.
because I think they were contacting residents as well.
I've got a question. When you say pushback, can you give us an example?
They were trying to say that the city was not allowed to provide the internet access, the broadband access, and we told them we weren't. We were providing the conduit, but we were not providing the access. That Point Broadband and now Cincinnati Bell were going to be doing that. But that was, like I said, that was before the bill went down in the House, in the state government. So
Mr. Scott, I would
yeah.
say to you that, you know, the private sector doesn't think that we ought to be involved at all
Right.
in broadband or fiber, and so anytime they can push back, they certainly do that. So, you know, we tell people we don't want to be a provider. We're here strictly to try to.
Right.
You know, have partnerships and work together with people and bring competition into the market. We're not trying to compete directly with the private sector. That's just not our role or something that we're interested in
No,
doing.
understood. We're to facilitate and
We're
encourage,
the facilitators.
not impede.
Right.
Right.
And we're providing the highway for it, but we're not providing
Right.
we're not selling
billable
anyone, we're not
service.
selling anyone
Right.
any broadband access.
It's kind of amazing, though, the fact that, you know, once the public sector got involved in this, all of a sudden the private sector couldn't get involved quickly enough to start putting fiber into the ground. So it's been interesting to see the dynamics that have taken place.
Thank you.
Excellent. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Jay. On to new business. Do we have a financial report? Sheila?
I really do not have anything to report. If anyone has any questions, I'm here. We started the year the same as usual. Our expenses and revenue are pretty much the same as this time last year. Other than that, I don't have anything new.
Sheila, tell them about your software conversion that you've been working on, you and Jen.
We started this mid-December, and all things considered, it's gone well. I really have to say that. Learning a new system and how to do the things in a different way and that sort of thing has been a challenge. And as you know, when you bring something in, sometimes it doesn't always go in the place it's supposed to. But we have had tremendous support with Clark Schaefer and Hackett. They have a software specialist that has just been phenomenal helping us to get through this. We are still doing some checks and double checks, but learning the ropes and starting to get some things down the routine. We have a lot of notes we refer to on different things, but it's going good at this point.
Good. It's never fun getting a new system in an office, doesn't matter what business you're in, so thank you for taking that on. Thank you. All right. Final item is we need to appoint 3 individuals for a nominations committee, and we are looking for volunteers. 3 people from the board, been advised due to our charter, it cannot be myself or our vice chair, so I need 3 volunteers to step up and be on the nominations committee to help us put people in different, various committees. So if anybody wants to volunteer today, they're welcome to. If not, there'll be phone calls coming out later. Just to be honest,
What I can do is, I'll send out an email to everybody, and people who are interested in serving, they can let me know, and then
Okay,
I'll
good.
pass that
Perfect.
information along.
Start with the email, then the phone calls.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Great. Executive Director's Report. Jay?
Mr. Chairman, I really don't have anything else to add to
That's
what
a
I've already,
fabulous report, Jay. Thank
what
you.
I've already shared with you.
You've shared a lot, and we appreciate all your work. Saying that, I will go into chair comments, and first thing I want to say is I want to thank the MVCC, its staff, and then all my fellow council members that joined this, whether they're new. I mean, I guess you didn't have any say in me being here, but the existing council members from the various cities to have me lead you throughout 2022 as your chair. I appreciate the opportunity. And also I wanted to talk a little bit about the 2021 annual evaluation from GovTech on our executive director, Mr. Jay Weiskircher. So just a couple quick comments. I didn't want to go into the whole, there's a lot of different variables that come into this. This is from the GovTech, which is made up of the 8 city managers that MVCC represents, and they all had different reviews, and bottom line is the feedback was excellent. It goes from excellent, satisfactory, good, then down to poor. And 2 I want to highlight are that of the 8 reviewers in the financial management category, he received 30 excellent out of 32 responses. And also under MVCC Board GovTech Relationships, 55 excellent out of 56 responses. And that is exactly how I feel about Jay, working with him. His communication is wonderful, and when we meet monthly, every other month, it's hard to really understand what's going on in this building when you're not on staff, and he does a fabulous job of communicating with us, and I know he does that to GovTech as well, meaning the city managers who obviously need to know what's going on. And finally, I'll say this is from Michael Davis, the Moraine City Manager and the outgoing GovTech Chair. Quote, overall review is excellent. All 8 evaluations include very positive comments regarding Jay as Executive Director. Jay is also praised for his communication with GovTech. So we pretty much all say the same thing. We really value what Jay's been doing for the MVCC and his communication with GovTech and with us. So wonderful job, Jay. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you about it.
Okay.
What if it was a bad review? You think I would have told you then? All right. Any board comments? Do you have any board comments from anyone? Lisa, Bob, it's a thing. If you're new, you have to. I'm just kidding. You don't have to comment. Anything else? Janie, you're filling in. You don't have to comment. Anyone else? All right. Anything else? Jay, do you have anything else?
No, nothing else. I'm not sure that we'll meet next month, but in all likelihood, probably in April. So just keep that in mind.
April, get the dates on your calendar. That's what I do. I put them all the way throughout the year so I don't have a different conflict. I learned that a few years ago. So thank you, everyone. Meeting is adjourned.